We're back in the Art Deco city of Napier for round 4 of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship, Kennedy Park Resort Rally Hawke'S Bay. 4 cars in the historic, 3 in open 2-wheel drive and 6 in the FIA front-wheel drive class. 6 stages north of Napier, including 2 runs through the Cricklewood stage. 2 service breaks in the town of Wairoa, with a total of 158 stage kilometres. The opening stage, Waitara, and road conditions tricky after the top 20 4-wheel drive cars have passed over the stage before all of these 2-wheel drives. It's the open class cars first onto the stage, led by Bruce Herbert, 4 times New Zealand champion, campaigning his Lancer Turbo in a stage time of 21:28 seconds.
And with overnight rain, you can see just how slippery that road is.
Brent Taylor next through in the Toyota 86 and faster by 11.4 seconds.
Brent missed the last 2 rounds through business commitments, but he's straight back on the pace here.
It was the same story in Special Stage 2, the famous Cricklewood stage, with Herbert trailing the Toyota by 11.7 seconds. Third in the class, Dave Strong in the mid-engined Honda Jazz.
And after so long in 4-wheel drive and front-wheel drive cars, Dave's really having to adapt back to the throw-it-in style of a rear-wheel drive car.
Jeff Judd was the first of the historics. His one of 3 escorts racing against the Soul Mazda RX-7 Group B of John Silcock. Judd the class winner at Timaru, but he missed round 2 at Whangarei, so needs a top finish here to stay in the title hunt. Shane Merlin the fastest through the stage, and following that up with a stage 2 win as well, to hold a narrow lead of 11.3 seconds going into the first service.
And Shane's car's been back to the engine shop since the last round at Timaru. They've found a bundle more horsepower, and he's back to where we expect to see him at the front of the field.
Anthony Jones and his escort was just 4 seconds slower than Merlin on stage 1 and kept that second place on stage 2. John Silcock was third on stage 1 in the Mazda, but on stage 2, smoke filled the car when the gearbox oil seal leaked onto the exhaust. He slowed as a precaution and dropped to 4th.
He was actually passed in the stage, so immediately he knows he's dropped a full minute. Unfortunately, that's going to be really hard to claw back during the day.
Dylan Thompson led the way, as he has all season in the Ford Fiesta, teaming up with new co-driver Ben Trevelyan. The Christchurch driver was quick through the morning stages. Jackson Clendon second on stage 1 in his Fiesta, but a broken drive shaft on stage 2 slowed him, and he'd retire at service in Wairoa. Jordan Grant only 4 seconds back on stage 1, so he inherited second on the stage when Clendon dropped out. Bryn Jones 4th on stage 1, but moving into 3rd on stage 2.
And it's been a tough season for Bryn. He's yet to finish an event, and the mileage is really crucial.
30.
Jeff Ward and Brendan Wadsworth, the other Fiestas in the battle. Ward holding on to be 4th at service. But Wadsworth very much in touch in 5th. So at the service at Wairoa, it's Dylan Thompson fastest overall, 13 seconds ahead of Shane Merlin in the escort. Jordan Grant 10 seconds back, then Anthony Jones a second back in 4th, then it's Judd and Jones Jr. Leading the open class, it's leader Brent Taylor.
Yeah, no, it's been an awesome morning. We've exceeded our expectations, especially with the new partnership with Ben Trevelyan. We're working awesome in the car, and the roads are suiting the Wii Fiesta perfectly, so everything's feeling really good, and we're achieving our goals so far.
Yeah, no, very slow. No commitment in that really fast part of the first stage. Enjoyed the next slippery bit, and we were probably more on it there, but yeah, we got torched in that stage.
Yeah, no, stage 1 was fine for us, but we had a major issue in stage 2 and had to pull over and let a few past. The whole car filled up with smoke. thought it was an engine, but it was all going good, oil pressure good, water temperature good, so we just cruised out, looked in the mirror, it was just smoke everywhere. The smell was horrendous, so we pulled through there, got out the end of the stage, and unfortunately it's blowing the seal out of the back of the gearbox all over the exhaust. So hopefully they've got another seal there we can pop in, and unfortunately it's probably more of just trying to accumulate some points this afternoon, really, unfortunately.
It's good for your confidence, Timaru. I mean, it proves I've got the straights right. I've just got to work the corners out. And today's about my 5th setup change, major change. And it's definitely better today. I'm more confident. I've been driving straight for 30 years and now I've got to forget all that and be a bit of a yahoo, start throwing it around. It's good fun, but I think it's slow, but that's what I've got to do. So I'm working away on that. It's a work in progress.
The battle for FIA Cat 2 was hot on stage 3, with Thompson only 0.2 faster than the Suzuki Swift of Jordan Grant. That kept Grant within 30 seconds of the Fiesta driver. But on stage 4, the Suzuki was slowed by 2 minutes with a drive shaft issue, unfortunately leading to retirement on stage 5. That put Bryn Jones into second in the category and heading for a podium.
Small crest. 6 right, opens, tightens 5. Sorry, this is the left, tightens 5 minus. Yep. Small crest, 6 right, opens, tightens 5.
In the historic class, Jeff Judd stormed back to win the next 2 stages convincingly from Merland, and in doing so, closed in on second place Jones. Merland still held the lead, but a margin under 30 seconds, while Jones saw his advantage over Judd reduced to a 0.2 seconds, setting up a huge battle over the last 2 stages. Silcock had repaired the oil seal in the Mazda, but the time lost on stage 2 was too much for the Mazda driver to attack the leaders. Brent Taylor was making small improvements over each stage to edge out a 28-second lead over Herbert.
With these slippery conditions, Brent has the benefit of a nice torquey 6-cylinder engine with a gradual power band, as opposed to the light switch power delivery of the Turbo Lancer.
Dylan Thompson continues to lead the 2-wheel drives over Shane Merland by 26 seconds now. Anthony Jones, another 25 seconds back, but virtually tied with Jeff Judd, Brent Taylor 8 seconds further back in 5th. Mohaka Coach Road, another classic rally stage, following the old route from the mouth of the Mohaka River along the River Gorge to State Highway 2. Thompson continued to lead both the FIA class and overall 2-wheel drive.
These flowing roads really suit the Fiestas well. They're not blessed with heaps of power, but they can carry the corner speed.
Bryn Jones has had appalling luck this season, only managing to score 11 points from 3 rallies, dogged by non-finishers. A podium here would be a huge boost for the young driver.
6 left, 6 right, 5 left plus, opens, tightens long, 5 minus.
Ward also looking for another strong finish after his DNF at Timaru, but a drive shaft issue on the final stage would see him drop to 4th, but still be able to finish the rally. So Brendan Wadsworth taking the final podium position, and that keeps him in 2nd in the championship.
And in his rookie season, Brendan's doing exactly what you would expect of an experienced driver. That's why he holds that 2nd place.
Special Stage 5 saw a big effort from Anthony Jones. He was fastest on the stage, nearly 13 seconds quicker than Jeff Judd, enough to secure him 2nd. While Judd would finish 3rd, and that would see Judd move to 3rd in the title standings. Tied with him on 93 points, Silcock in a disappointing 4th. He was 2nd fastest on stage 5 and would have been right in the battle had it not been for that oil leak.
And with a small mechanical failure at the last round costing him 2, it's a real case of what might have been for John.
But the early pace by Shane Merland had been enough to keep him ahead of the class. The gap in the end, 31 seconds. Brent Taylor finishes on top in the open two-wheel drive, just his second Nzrc event this year, and moving him to second in the series, behind Ari Pettigrew, who's already claimed that title. Herbert securing second place, also his second finish in the season, setting up a close battle for the runner-up position at the final round at Coromandel. Another consecutive finish for Strong in third, pointing to real progress being made with this new car. So in the overall two-wheel drive standings, Dylan Thompson first, then Shane Merland, Anthony Jones and Jeff Judd, Taylor fifth, Bruce Herbert sixth, John Silcock climbing back to seventh ahead of Bryn Jones in eighth.
Yeah, no, it was an awesome result. We couldn't ask for any more. Ben did an amazing job on the notes, and last night all the hours we put in really paid off. So it's an incredible result. This is what we wanted, and we can't believe that we actually managed to do it. So
it's been a really tricky event to start with. The roads were fantastic in the afternoon, a bit sticky this morning, but no, it was great to get the win. And disappointed Clinky couldn't be here. Not disappointed Ari wasn't here because we couldn't have beaten him anyway. But it was great to be here today and the fantastic event yet again.
Yeah, no, we've had a great day. Really have. It's been very hard, I must admit. It's been a great battle between the four of us, and it started really from round one of the championship, and it's still continuing. So no, great result. We're very happy.
As we head to the final round in Coromandel, Dylan Thompson confirmed as FIA Cat 2 champion, Brendan Wadsworth second. In open two-wheel drive, Brent Taylor, Bruce Herbert and Dave Strong all have a chance to take second position. And Jones leads Historics, but with Merland, Judd and Silcock all still with a chance of beating him. Look out for our Rally Challenge coverage later this week, and remember to follow us at nzrc.tv for all the current and historic rounds of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship.